I'm gonna do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 2 episode 10. It starts off with Mimi and Carly Red. They meet up because Carly Red needs to tell Mimi something. She tells they kind of talk because Mimi feel like she wants to hear what Carly have to say because last time Carly gave her some information in season 1, it was accurate. So she was like, "Fuck it, let me go see what she got to say." So Cardi tells her that she was at the club and she saw Nico. She spoke, and next thing you know, he was telling her that Mimi is back on Stevie bus, and he's flirting with her, and he sent his number to her, and she showed Mimi the number. I'm like, "Is this his number?" Mimi like, "Yeah." So Mimi started telling her what happened at the party or whatever, and how she was crazy and deranged and shit like that, because she was. Um, so she was like, "Let me deal with him. Let me see his side of the story," and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, "Which side of the story? She showed you his number. There is no side of the story. I understand you want to hear what he got to say, but bitch, he don't got a side of the story. Just saying. Like, whatever. I just don't get when women try to give a nigga an excuse on some shit he done. Like, let me see his side of the story. Whatever. Um, Anyway, Stevie meets up with Jocelyn. Why did Jocelyn walk in like that? She be walking in like they be saying cute, and then she walks in. She gave this runway walk, and I'm sitting there like, "Go get your ass to the table, boo." She lets it be known that it's been 2 weeks since she seen Stevie. He feels like, let me get her back, because he can't get Mimi back, and he feel like it's easier to get her back. And I'm just like, really? Like, for real? No, you need your money back. Stevie know without Jocelyn, there's no money, so he needs to get her back in the fold with that. Especially Mimi ain't fucking with him, so, he need Jocelyn. Both of these bitches need to see this and understand that he goes back and forth. So regardless of what y'all doing with this fool, he's gonna go back and forth between you guys. Anyway, he kisses her and they tell each other they love each other, and they start talking about the business, and he just wants them to be back a team, and she talking about how she loves him and she's willing to work with him, and long as he stay focused on what he got to do now that there's no deal and all this stuff. And I'm like, he tells her there's not no major record labels knocking down your door for the Puerto Rican princess, so we might have to go independent. She cool with that. She just ready to work. She ready to make this money. She cool with that. She feel like she makes enough money to do what they gotta do independent. So Jocelyn be seeming like she got a real good head on her shoulder. She just got caught up with a fucked up pimp. That's all this is. I think Jocelyn really has a good head on her shoulders, but she had a fucked up life, and she just didn't have nobody to teach her how to be a woman, how to do business. She didn't have nobody to teach her. So when this dude came along and showed her all this fast ass money, she didn't have no choice but to listen to everything he said. So that's what I get from her. I just feel bad for Jocelyn sometimes. I really do. When it comes to Stevie, I feel bad for Jocelyn. But yeah, he gets her back on his bus. Like, we gonna be back to Bonnie and Clyde. He like, we gonna be the Obama and Michelle. No. Go back to Obama. Go back to being Bonnie and Clyde. Because Michelle and Obama, you're far from. Especially you, Stevie. Just saying. Next thing was Mimi. She go talk to Nico. She wants to talk to him about what happened with Carly. She wants to talk to him about what happened at the party. And Nico tells her, like, "Damn, I thought I was invited to a wedding. Like, shit, you come in white, he come in white, you got a white car. I feel like this shit was set up." She gets mad because he feeling that way. But, Mimi, you played that shit out like that. So, like, Erica told you before, you brought this shit on yourself. She's getting mad at him because he interrupted her, which Nico do have a way of talking to her that I just be like, what the fuck? Did I miss some shit? But, bitch, you got this. You hurried up in this relationship with this dude, because she was telling, at the beginning, she was telling Carly how, they knew in a relationship. She didn't really have time to get comfortable in a relationship. So, girl, boo. With Nico, you get what you deserve. You rushed in that shit trying to prove something to Stevie, and you got what you got. But yeah, so she brings up Carly. He like what you heard. He wants to see what she know before he say anything. And he still didn't say anything even afterwards. He was just like, okay, what? Like, shit, like what? And then you got this reputation, Mimi, and apparently he know about this reputation that he was willing to say when you walking out the door, oh, I thought we was going to have a threesome. She gets mad. She come back like, what you say? And she start calling him names, but I'm like, apparently he knows something about you having threesomes, so he wouldn't even came at you like that. Like, I'm just saying, a dude ain't gonna come at you like that unless you have made gestures about having a threesome, or, you know, well, your man and Stevie put it out there that you and Jocelyn and y'all had threesomes, so then you was on Candy Coated Nights how much you had threesomes, so don't be mad when he say he wanted to have a threesome with you and Carly. I'm just saying, you put it out there like that. But yeah, she get pissed. She leaves. So I guess they broke up. Because she said deuces. So I guess they broke up. Next thing was with Erica. She has to rush to Scrappy lawyer's office because Scrappy feel like he need all his soldiers around him when he gets in trouble. So the lawyer calls him down there. So he calls her and he calls Mama D. Even though him and Erica's broke up. But, you know, that's what a baby mama do. Not a girlfriend, not a woman. A baby mama do for their baby daddy. They run to their every beck and call, rescue, whatever. I'm so glad that I have a son's father, that I don't run when he gets in trouble. I don't run. No, we broke up, boo-boo. All I need you to do is take care of your son. That's it. But I'm not going to run to the jail, run to the courts. No, we don't go together. Not going to happen. These women, they got their priorities fucked up. But anyway, so Mama D gets mad that Erica's there. Like, bitch, shut up. You knew he was gonna call his baby mama. He wasn't calling Shay. That's for damn sure. That should show Shay, bitch, you ain't type priority. Anyway, the lawyer, he tells the lawyer how he went to go take a pee test because he's on probation for weed and a gun. So he said he go pee. The man wouldn't let him pee. Well, he said when he gave the man the pee was cold, so the man wouldn't take it or whatever. And yeah, that's what happened at drug test. But he said the man was in the bathroom, so I don't understand how the man gonna say his pee was cold if he was in the bathroom with him. Like, he said he was willing to strip for the man, whatever. So this is what we heard about Scrappy going to jail, because I think he is gonna go to jail or whatever. So, yeah, that was that. He tells them how, the lawyer tells him how that they gonna talk to the judge because, you know, they need to see what's going on and talk to the PO officer, the judge, and all this kind of stuff to see what's going on for him to be back there tomorrow, whatever. That was it. Tracy and Carly, they meet up because Carly is having this hair store. You can get your hair done, you can buy hair, all that kind of stuff. So, and the little setup was cute. I liked the different colors and all that kind of stuff, so that was cute. Tracy tells Carly how she got asked on a date by her crush, that she's been having a crush on this guy for years. And so he finally asked her for a date, so she's happy about that. Finally moving on from Baby Drew. I'm gonna get back to that. But yeah. Rashida, she goes to meet with Waka Flocka Mama Deb. She's telling her what's going on with Kurt. Then she, in the midst of all that, telling her she wants to do her music and she mentions to Deb that she's pregnant. Deb is like, well, what the hell? Like, you can't do both. Deb is really being a businesswoman in this scene because she's telling her you can't do both. You need to work on your endorsements. This is where your money gonna come in, from your endorsements, not this music. Especially a song called Hit It From The Back. I'm just saying. So yeah, that was a scene between her and Deb, and that was it. Ariana and Mimi, they at church, and K. Michelle, they all at church, and because Ariana's grandfather died, so then they went to church service to pay their respect. I guess it's a church that her grandfather went to and her family go to, so they all went to church. K. Michelle sung I Won't Complain at the church. She was crying, and my dude was like, oh, that's when she started crying, he was like, oh, that's when you notice that people don't know the words. But I was like, no, I think it was editing because it was a gospel song and stuff like that. That's why they made it seem like that. But I'm sorry, every time you would hear that song, go play that song right now. Every time you hear that song and you really listen to the words to I Won't Complain, you get teary-eyed. It makes you feel some kind of way. And if you don't feel some kind of way when you hear that song, you just a cold-hearted ass person. I'm just saying. Regardless if you go to church or not, listen to that song. I won't complain. You can YouTube it, whatever. But it's an emotional song. It makes you realize that what you have, you know what I'm saying, you won't complain. So, anyway, enough about that. That's a nice song. So she teared up all that. They gets outside because Arian wants them to talk. I felt Mimi when she was like, this is not the time and the place, but for Arian, she talks to her. But that wasn't the time, the place, and nothing for them to talk, especially with K. Michelle. Anyway, K. Michelle, she says how she wants to apologize, so she apologized to Mimi. She's telling her how she really loved her. She was hurt. She wasn't at her birthday party, yada, yada, yada. Mimi looking at her like, Mimi can give a flying fuck. So, Arian is like, say something. Arian over there crying. I'm like, what the fuck is you over there crying for, Arian? It's like, you looking both of them, Arian. Like, all of a sudden now you on K. Michelle bandwagon that you hurt that she ain't talking to her. So, anyway, Mimi is just like, she's been through too much this week. Right now, she can't deal with that. She, you know, that wasn't a time to like, if you notice, K. Michelle was getting kind of upset. When she didn't get the response she wanted from Mimi, it seemed like she was getting mad. And she was just like, oh, she don't have to say nothing. I don't want nothing from her. Yes, you do. That's why you apologize from her. Because you wanted her to say something back. When you were saying, you apologize for your part in the argument, you wanted her to say, I'm sorry for my part in the shit too. But it didn't go down the way you wanted to, K. Michelle. I'm just saying, just my observation of that might be wrong. I don't care. But that's what I saw. So they all walk off into the sunset. But you notice Mimi was going the same way Arian was going, while Arian was trying to act like she was mad at Mimi and walking off. They were going to the same damn direction. I'm just saying. Anyway, the next thing was Scrappy's lawyer. He called him back into the office because the probation officer wasn't taking his piss test, and she filed a paper with the courts for his warrant or arrest or whatever. So the lawyer was telling him, basically, if it is a warrant, you need to turn yourself in. You might get 60 days. If the judge don't see it your way, you can go to prison. That was with that. Tracy goes on her date with this guy named Deshaun. He's a fitness expert. I don't know if he's a DJ too, but he's a fitness expert because that's what they flashed on the screen. They had a cool little date. My only thing with Tracy was you was giving up a little too much information on this date when you told him that you had trust issues because your baby daddy cheated on you when you was pregnant. I understand you giving up some information, but you gave up to me too much information on a first date. You never tell him, oh, I have trust issues. Like, really? Really? So he even looked at her like, then she was talking about you ain't getting none, and I heard you was a hoe. You talking about his red flags, but bitch, you was throwing them off just as well as you was getting them. Like, don't nobody want to hear that you heard they was a hoe. Don't nobody want to hear, not on the first date. I'm just saying, you guys are getting to know each other. Don't nobody want to hear that type of shit. Like, women know how to do a first date because that shit ain't it. I liked how he came on the horse and carriage and shit like that. That was cute. That was romantic. That was nice. That showed that he was interested. So that was cool. Anyway, after that bullshit, what else happened after that? Mimi and Stevie, they go to the park with the baby. They talking. While they talking, I think she said that she sent the car back or whatever, and they start talking about Nico. He was like, where is my double, or some shit he called Nico. So she tells him there's no more her and Nico, and he like, damn, already, and all this kind of stuff. And John noticed that baby was trying to get his attention to go play, and he was just like, let me talk over her, because this is our scene, this is where we supposed to sit at, so let me talk over this baby. Poor baby, what the fuck you gonna take her to a park for if she can't play? I'm just saying. Rashida and she doing her video shoot. She invited Deb there. They doing this video shoot. Deb is going off on the dancers because she feel like they not doing enough behind Rashida, and they're gonna be able to see her pregnant ass because they not doing what they supposed to be doing in the background. Kirk walks in. He's pissed off. Deb say hi. He tell her how he not in a good mood and all that kind of stuff. Then he goes off on her about touching the business account and all this kind of stuff. And she just like, I'm doing what I have to do. I'm doing what I gotta do. Fuck what you talking about. I need to do this. And he just like basically going off on her, telling her he's taking her name off the account. And I'm just like, he's an asshole. Kirk is just a straight asshole. He was telling her that when he said he was ready to strangle her ass, that shows you he's hit females. And I'm not cool with that, Kirk. Like, the shit that he say about Rashida, you just be like, a husband of 10, 12, whatever, how many years they've been together, would not say this to his wife. And for him to tell her he wanted abortion, he wanted a blood test, now he want to strangle her ass, like, what more are we going to hear from Kirk? Like, for real. Kirk, she was pushing him, she was all this stuff, but I was like, girl, that ain't making him do nothing. She's telling him that they can do their own thing, and I think that's what Kirk was waiting on. Kirk was waiting on her to say, you do you, and let me do me. He was waiting on that because he was quick to say, okay, bye, deuces. He was really quick to say that when she said that, and I wasn't feeling that. And it's supposed to be your wife, and you want to take her name off of a business account, but isn't you making money because this is the artist? What are you doing? Are you shaking your ass on a video? Are you writing lyrics? Are you engineering? Just saying. What is he doing to make money? Somebody tell me, besides being Rashida's manager, because I don't hear about him being nobody else's manager. Besides him being Rashida's manager, can somebody tell me what he do? Just saying. But yeah, she was like, okay, if that's how you feel, we can see what the judge say about that. And he was like, what you trying to say? And so they argue, whatever. Anyway, after he leaves, Deb is telling her, which I like. At first I was like, okay, Deb, you I don't like how she be coming at people, but you understood what she was saying when she was talking about you can't have a baby and music. You need to work on your accessories, your hairline. You need to make money that kind of way. You can be in a studio working on your album, but the video shoot needs to wait. Then I understood what Deb was saying, but at first I wasn't. But at that point, I understood what Deb was saying, and yeah, Rashida, wait. Anyway, to the main event. Cardi has the premiere party. Everybody, Cardi's there, Tracy's there, Erica's there. Tracy invited Erica and Shay. Bad move. You don't invite nobody to somebody's premiere party to talk some shit out knowing they got beef. That was a stupid ass move. Like, y'all fucked up Cardi's party for no fucking reason. That gets on my nerves. They always fucking up somebody's parties. Except they own, and then get mad when some shit go down at their parties. I don't get it. But anyway, Shay comes in and she's talking about how well, she comes in and she tells them how she wants them to talk. Shay starts talking. Erica like, wait a minute, hold on, let me start. I just want to know why you always got my name in your mouth. Shay just gets upset from there. You can tell they was editing because all of a sudden they going back and forth arguing, and then Shay tries to reach over and hit Erica. She kind of missed because Tracy was in the middle, so they kind of both swung, but they both missed. They pulled Shay out the party. She explains that she cut herself on her watch or her ring or some shit, bracelet or some shit. She cut herself. That's how she was bleeding. So when it was in the media that Erica made her bleed, Erica didn't make her bleed. So they arguing back and forth. Nobody really doing nothing because, you know, the people holding her back, whatever. But my thing is this conversation needs to happen. And when y'all do finally sit down like women, y'all will understand that Scrappy's in the middle. Like, all this bullshit y'all doing as petty-ass women needs to fucking stop. I hate when women just sit there and fight over a dude when he's the one that's making y'all act like this. Bitches, get y'all shit together. Get a life. Anyway, that's my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Season 2, episode 10. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Kik, Instagram. I go by The Ghetto View on everything that I do. THA, not THE, except my Instagram is Miss Nika, MIZZNEKA69. Talk to me and I'll talk back. Alright, peace.